Okay, Mikey, let's put a wrap on that college football weekend before we turn our attention. College football blitz. So let's get this blitz in the mix.
Let's go!
We have time for one more.
All right.
We might as well. Why does it always seem like wide receivers are the biggest divas?
Pants, the silks.
Nice job on the blitz, Michael. All right, Michael, as many issues as we can get through. Go.
Series of statements, questions, everything. But let's start. Clemson's road game in Tallahassee represents the biggest remaining test for them until the ACC championship game. Could you see any way possible
No.
Florida State knocking off Clemson?
No. Florida State is a grease fire. No. Unless Clemson shows up high and half the team oversleeps. No. Just no. Florida State's terrible.
Pivotal conference showdown between your favorite team, Wisconsin, and Northwestern. But Wisconsin's a good team. Bigger picture here with those two squaring off, Big Ten West as a whole. What's your overall take on the state of the Big Ten West and who you could see coming out of that if the Big Ten West is any good?
Purdue. They need some help, but Purdue. The overall record, throw it out the window. They're 3-1 in the conference. Purdue's playing the best football, most explosive offense, maybe the best offensive player in the conference in Rondell Moore. Purdue would be my pick. Period. I mean, Northwestern is trash. Yeah, I know MSU lost to them. Yeah, we're bad too. But I don't respect Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is toilet. Purdue would be the one that would put the most entertaining game up against the East champ, whoever it is.
Fury touchdown.
I was reading today, ESPN, they listed Oklahoma as the most underrated team in college football this season. You think it's fair to say that Oklahoma's underrated right now or not? Eighth in America, one loss.
I mean, yeah, because ultimately the one loss came to number 8 or number 9, whatever, Texas. I get what they're trying to do. I don't think there's some team out there that's so grossly underrated that's like 20th in America. This is a very down year in college football where there's only a few really, really good teams. I think Oklahoma would probably beat most of the teams ahead of them outside of Alabama. They played a rivalry game against Texas and lost a shootout. But yeah, I think of the teams, when I look at that top 10 and I go, this team's really low for their level of quality, it would be Oklahoma, yeah.
Well, I don't get the brain bag.
Haven't checked in on your Heisman vote in a few weeks on the Blitz. I always like that question.
Tua,
if you had to rank 3 guys right now, who would it be?
There isn't 3. It's Tua. He's on pace to throw 47 touchdowns with no interceptions and doesn't even play the fourth quarters. Tua's the best quarterback prospect Alabama's ever had. He's the best quarterback prospect in America. He's an absolute freak show, and he completes like 90% of his third down passes. Tua.
Believe it or not, Georgia 6-1, Florida 6-1, Kentucky 6-1, all tied atop the SEC East right now. Is that fool's gold that you have a 3-way tie right now, or is it just Georgia's? Is it Georgia's division, and Florida and Kentucky are kind of frauds in regards to actually winning that?
No, I think it's fool's gold. Georgia's just superior to those teams in every way, shape, or form. Georgia lost a tough game at LSU on a day their O-line was banged up, and they started 3 freshmen. I think Georgia's just clearly better than those two teams. Kentucky's a nice story. Benny Snell's one of my favorite backs in the country with that little propeller on his mouth guard. Florida's Florida. Nice defense. Don't trust their quarterback playing a big spot. But overall, Georgia's just a cut above.
Clemson and Notre Dame will jockey for position in the playoff rankings, but right here, right now, October 24th.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable saying that both these two teams, Clemson and Notre Dame, will be in the playoff?
I mean, relatively, yeah. Notre Dame's got the test against USC, but I think the way it'll slate out will be Bama 1, Clemson, Notre Dame 2 and 3, and then the winner of the Big Ten will be 4. And if it's Michigan, you know they're not going to have Michigan play Notre Dame again unless it's for the national title. So Michigan would be slotted at 4. OSU would be slotted at 4 because they had a terrible loss, and Notre Dame and Clemson don't. So, yeah, I just think it's kind of a boring year that way. It really is, sadly. Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and then whoever wins the Big Ten probably. Oklahoma, you can make the case if their only loss is to a top 10 team and it's by 3. But we'll deal with that down the line. But, yeah, I think Clemson and Notre Dame are the 2 and 3.
This is big boy business.
Oh, Brady.
Washington State, big win over Oregon. Game day was there. Washington State jumped up 11 spots in the rankings. Suddenly their season seems to be full of potential.
Yeah.
Do you think, what's your take on Washington State? Are they a pretty damn good team, or is it just a big win?
I think it's a big win. Perfect setup. Game day in Pullman for the first time ever. The atmosphere was absolutely unbelievable. And Oregon was walking into a trap. Vegas knew it. That's why we took Washington State. The spread was the way it was. I think it's a big win, but if Washington State was on a neutral field against, say, Clemson, they lose by 3 touchdowns. If they're on a neutral field against LSU, they get obliterated. I think they're a nice story, but come on. Let's not get carried away.
It's sack time!
Oh, my God. Please stop playing that.
Sack time. That's his new drop after every single sack. Got a juicy question for you here. Texas 4-0 in the conference, 6-1 overall. Sit atop of the Big 12 right now. Is Texas football back?
No, you're not back until you win a conference. You're not back until you play in a big bowl game. You're not back until you do something. Put something in the trophy case. I don't want to hear about being back. No.
Hey, I'm Coach O.
No, I was going to ask a question about Coach O, but LSU right now, are they a legit chance to the playoffs? Coach Orgeron obviously doing a lot there.
Sure.
And LSU's, I saw LSU listed today as one of the most dangerous teams in terms of causing chaos with this whole thing.
They are. I mean, that what is it? Is it Devin White, the middle linebacker they got? I mean, he's awesome. And Greedy Williams out wide, the corner. They got big-time athletes, big-time defense. It's about whether Joe Burrow and that offense can put that thing together. Little beat up on that side of the ball. Overall, if there's going to be a team that's going to get Bama, they'd be my pick. And they play hard for Coach Orgeron. And I know we make fun of them and we have some fun with
Tell them about it, JoJo.
Thank you, Coach O. But look, that's a dude that they bleed for that guy. And on any given day, yeah, I like them a hell of a lot, dude. I do.
You need a Hummer?
Who doesn't?
All right,
It's a big, tough vehicle.
You always like to talk about trap games. With an upcoming game against Stanford next Saturday, it wouldn't be terribly surprising to see Washington fall into a bit of a trap in Week 9. Huskies on the road against a limping Cal Bears team that lost 3 straight before pummeling Oregon State last weekend. Possible trap game for Washington looking ahead to Stanford or not?
I got to be honest with you. Cal is not a team I've watched a lot of. Washington is very good up front, both sides of the ball. You get big-time quarterback play in Browning. You got a big-time run game with Myles Gaskins. Mike, I got a hard time seeing that. What's the number on that game?
I will have to pull that up real quick.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. That's my bad. I thought maybe you had it on there. A lot of it would depend on is Vegas sending you a message or not. But no, on surface, I would say no to that. I just think Washington's too good.
Washington and Cal. It's Washington minus 12 at Cal.
No.
Huh?
Simple question to end it here. Simple one. Who is the best running back in the nation, in your opinion, and why?
Rondell Moore. And he doesn't even play running back. Honest to God, I haven't seen anything. I mean, that kid for Purdue, that might be the best skill player I've seen since Reggie Bush. You can't tackle that kid. It's not possible. Best running back. Well, here's what I would say. One of the best running backs in the country has nowhere to go, has no offensive line. It's J.K. Dobbins. But you can't say that because he can't run it. He has nowhere to go.
And David will get mad because he'll say Mike Weber's better.
Okay, that's enough of that. Look, for productivity purposes, Karan Higdon deserves a look. He builds the numbers. Is he the best running back? No, probably not, but he's productive. I just don't think it's a great year for running backs in sum total. I'll tell you the kid I like quite a bit is ATN. I like him a lot. But not a great year for backs overall. Bryce Love has nowhere to run. Dobbins has nowhere to run. I don't have some guy I really love.
Fair enough. Good stuff.
All right, listen up. Magic Window is hiring full-time window installers. Magic Window installers get top pay in the industry, big signing bonuses. If you're currently running your own window installation crew and you've been wanting to run your own or with better stuff, better product, well, guess what? Magic's going to give you the tools, the truck, everything you need for success. To apply for a full-time